Good evening, friends. Welcome back. It's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays. And tonight, we're playing Euthia, Torment of Resurrection. Really cool game. I think this was ranked number 4 on my best games of 2024 list. Really enjoy it. It's one that I haven't pulled out as much as I maybe anticipated or want to. And the reason for that is very simple, and I remembered it last night. It is just a nightmare to set up. There is so many things that you need to set up and organise just to play a scenario. It's a huge effort, and it's the game's biggest downfall. Hey Z-Wex, how are you? Or Z-Weeks, sorry. That's literally the only reason I don't play this more. If I was to leave it set up for a few weeks and play a few scenarios, I think that would be less of a concern. But as it stands right now, it's just a mission to get to the table, and the organisation that it comes with. It's good in a couple of regards. I'll show you in a second. But in others, it's not enough. It's insufficient. So the main one being the card organisation. But it's a really good game. It's not quite as finely tuned as a Mage Knight, for example. It has a little bit more variability in a negative way. But it's actually a really nice game to play. It gives you a really nice sense of progression through the game. And yeah, it's fun. There's not many games that feel quite like this one does. You don't really experience exploring a map and building your character up quite like this in many other games. The obvious comparison is Mage Knight, and maybe this game has got a poor reputation or a worse reputation because it does get compared to Mage Knight, and it's just not. It's not Mage Knight. It's never. It's not even in the same ballpark. Mage Knight is very much an optimization puzzle, and this one is a lot more of an Ameritrash exploration game, I guess. I don't know. If you haven't watched a playthrough before, this will be fun. I'll do a bit of explaining, but yeah. Z-Wex, what a privilege it is to have you here while I do that. And yeah, Wizard of Oz is looking good. The latest one I posted, the update, had sort of 3 models finished-ish, and then we'll add Dorothy, and then we'll do the tweaking. And yeah, should be good to go in the next couple of days. Fun little project. I really liked just blitzing it out. Yeah, good piece. And we're on the sarsaparillas again tonight, so I apologise for everyone. It's just been a delightful time in my life where I've been able to enjoy sarsaparilla again. So flavourful. Okay, so here is the character that we're playing. I'm really excited about this character, actually. This is quite a unique character. Her name is Yasira Ori. So we'll just call her Sira, probably, or Ori, or the purple chick. And so all of your characters have a starting thing here. Now, have I set this up properly? No, not really. I'll zoom that across. Let's do that now. Ba, 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 ba. We're the princes of the universe. Here we belong. All right, that'll do. Actually, we'll add that in. Yeah, okay. So this is our character, and this is a tile. So you gain all of these tiles, and you place them into your board into different spots, depending on what sort of tile they are. This is our starting weapon. It's called a whip, or a cool whip, whichever you prefer. And when we make a combat roll, which is using 2 dice, you will check what you score, and you will do that many damage to the enemy. Pretty straightforward. This is an ability that we can activate by tapping the tile. And these are slots that we can unlock to add new abilities. These are armor slots, a ring, a necklace, and then these are gear slots where we add different gears. And this one is a scroll that my character also starts with, and that's it. We also start with some of these, which are called guard tokens, which are a pivotal component of the game. We'll come back to them when we use them. And in this particular scenario, and I didn't actually specify this, we're playing a scenario from the Euthia Cruel Frost expansion, and that scenario is called Twisted Horrors. Actually, I've got this this camera on, so yes, Twisted Horrors is this scenario. And this one is considered a hard scenario, and it's roughly 90 minutes per player. And our goal is to defeat the Abomination minions. There will be 2 of them. We need to defeat both. Or, at the very least, eliminate the ones that will be on the board. So, we have a map. Here is the map, and this whole area is is going to be filled probably, but I think I've set up a zoom. There we go. So this is our character, old Ori, and she starts on the church. And this is one of the only instances where you'll be in the middle of a tile, but we'll actually move out and explore through the world and expand this map in a variety of fun and interesting ways. This is the deck of tiles that we'll expand it with. This particular mission is using a game mode called Ice Claws, which is an alternative game mode that came in the Cruel Frost expansion. And it's a pretty elaborate additional game mode. G'day in parting. And we'll talk about that in detail when it comes up, but I'll go to this camera angle next. So what we've got here is our time tracker. So normally you don't have anything on here, but in this game we've actually got events that trigger at 2, 4, 6, and 8. And we have 9 game rounds to defeat the ice minions that will be out on the board, the ice abominations. This is our reputation track, and we're going to start at reputation 2 because the scenario tells us to. And these are the items. Oh, thanks Daniel. How good is it? How good is Tiny Epic Dungeons? It's sitting over there. I want to play it again. I'm doing well in parting. How are you? So these are items that we can purchase from this little place, which is called a something. This is an alchemist lab, and this is a Dragon Slayer Towers. I think they're merchant. I can't remember. But we'll also have the opportunity to buy these items from the Ice Clan when we come across the Ice Clan in this particular game mode. So it's pretty exciting. I'm excited about this. I said this I played this about 4 months ago now, and I played one of the scenarios from the Fierce Powers expansion. And I said that this game is just really fun to explore and do things, and I haven't really experimented with the scenarios because I just want to play the basic normal game. And I sort of made a commitment to myself that I'd try the different scenarios and explore them a little bit. So that's what we're doing in this one. So it's cool. Now I will move over here. So every character in the game has a little reference sheet because there is a lot of different tiles that you can level up and gain. So we're gonna need this at times if I don't understand the rules of a tile, but most of the tiles are pretty self-explanatory. But this character has a very cool rule. Have I set this zoom up? Yes. So this character has some little minions that she's captured with her brain power. And these minions provide us with some abilities that we can use. They're called soul beasts. So we can exhaust the soul beast for its soul power, which is 1, or we can exhaust it for its ability. So both of these have an innate ability. With this one's +1 to my hero roll, this one's -1 damage when an enemy attacks us, or we can spend a soul power to do the second ability. As we level up, we'll gain access to more soul beasts that will provide us with the opportunity to do different things and more things and varied things. So that's it. This is my health tracker. I start with 6 health, and we also have a special rule in this game called Frostbite and also the chill track. So this is the chill track over here. This is an addition specially for this game mode. And the chill track happens anytime we walk on an ice tile or a tile with an ice storm. Good question about the soul beasts. These are both the starting soul beasts, so you get both of these to start with. However, when you level up, you'll have to choose one of these two soul beasts to recruit in the same way that you do when you unveil tiles. And that's what those are there. So we'll do this ice track. It's pretty straightforward, but the main thing to keep in mind is frostbite is kind of like a cap on our health. So our frostbite is independent, but it could go down to here to 4, for example, and our health stays there, but we can never heal above our actual frostbite. So if this was my situation, I couldn't heal anything there until my frostbite gets higher. So frostbite is just kind of like a cap to your health, but if it goes below your health doesn't go through under it with it. You just can't heal above your frostbite. And if your frostbite hits here, you die. Same as if your health hits here. So the chill track will interact with frostbite in a variety of ways. Excellent. So the scenario starts us with 3 gold, 3 crystal tokens, and then 2 reputation. So let's get started. The crux of the game are these little 3 tokens here. So on your turn, you choose one of these tokens to use it as either its movement value or this secondary option. So if this one is a mining, you can mine on a location that you can mine at. This one is trade, you can do a trade location in a place you can trade. And this one is fight. If you move into a space with an enemy, you have to have a fight action available to be able to fight. But what I'm going to do, and this is a pretty standard approach for the first turn, is I'm going to use this as a 2 movement, and we're going to move over here. Excellent. So I will move down into this location here. So anytime you move, so we've used one of our movement, and I'll keep this here so you know I've still got 1 movement. Any tiles that you become adjacent to, you reveal. So we're going to reveal this one. There's an ice one straight away, very nice. There's an ice clan, cool. Oh, and an ice elemental. Okay, so there's an ice elemental. They're interesting. You can approach elementals and talk to them if you want. You can do all sorts of cool stuff in this game. I really like this game quite a lot. What I'd like to do though is definitely do a fight. And this little enemy here is going to provide me with 4 gold as well as a healing potion and a little gem there. That is a new gem, so I'm just going to read about that right now. But yes, it is a cool mechanic. Actually, I'll just have a look at the back of the gem, don't I? This one. Oh, okay, yeah, so that one lets you have a reroll when it's socketed on a thing. That's nice. Okay, so I've still got 1 movement point, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into this location here. So that's the end of my movement, but now, as you can see, we're about to trigger a fight, but we do still flip this tile. Oh, it's another ice elemental. Cool. So we can say hello to those guys if we want. Let's move to this one, sure. Okay, so we've triggered a fight. So how does a fight work? Well, first of all, I'm going to use this ability on my board. So let's grab the monster deck, the level 1 monster deck. I'm going to shuffle it. Okay, and what I have here is an opportunity to look at this monster and see if I want to fight it or not, because she's all about monster manipulation and control. She's pretty awesome. Okay, Shadow Beast. I don't want to fight a Shadow Beast, so I'm going to put that guy on the bottom. I reckon we've got a second Shadow Beast here. It's either a Shadow Beast or a Grizzly. That's bad. We're going to die in our first combat. So we're fighting this guy. Oh, Venomous Spider. Okay. Now, when you fight in combat in the solo game, it's pretty straightforward. You have this deck of cards, which is a solo deck. I'm just going to keep this off to the side so we have less clutter on my board play area. And as always, I have my little card holders there. So we've done that, and what else do I need to do? Oh yes, at the start of the solo player's turn, every turn they gain a silver card. So he's got a silver card. Okay, so when you reveal the monster, you'll first of all take as many silver cards as there are up there. So we're going to gain a second silver card. So they have 2 silver cards. They're going to take as many chaos tokens as are on there, which are these ones, 1, 2. And they're going to take as many Gar tokens as they have there also. So there is their Gar tokens, their chaos tokens, and their silver cards. This guy's got 4 health. And I should have also done this, but I'll do it now. When I moved onto that ice space, I have to move up my chill track. Now I can do something if I want with that, but I'm not going to for now. This will be my last action of the turn, so I may do that actually. We'll talk about that when it happens. Okay, so now all we do is we draw a card from the solo deck, and this is what he draws. So he's rolled a 7. Perfect. These little things here will tell us what to do in terms of using this, which is for a reroll, or these, which is to activate their abilities. So he is going to try and activate both of these cards. The first one is a mind control, and the second one is a curse. So he's activating both of those abilities. However, neither of them are the leveled up ability. It's only using the top ability for both of them. So our hero roll is going to be -3, and his first attack roll is going to be +5. So his effective roll is a 12, which as you can see is very bad for us. But we have the opportunity to spend our own Gar tokens to reduce their attack. So I don't really want to take 3 damage at this point. So I'm going to spend one of my Gar tokens to re-roll their 4. So this first combat is generally quite pivotal. You do want to have it... actually, could I just use my scroll before I use my Gar token? So let me think about this. So yeah, so his total is 5, 12. And if I use my scroll, that takes him down to 10. Yeah, which is still not quite enough. Yeah, so we'll use the Gar token. We'll re-roll this. And we roll a 1, that's perfect. Now, any time you use one of these tokens, whether the enemy uses it or we use it, we reduce the roll by 2 or increase the roll by 2 depending on who you're targeting. So I'm targeting him, which means I have reduced his roll of 4 down to a 2, but then he's of course adding +5, which is 7. So he's doing 2 damage to me, and I can use my Boar's special ability, which I will, to reduce that damage by 1. So this guy's just going to do 1 damage to me on the first swing. And the good news about that situation is all of his cards are now gone. He does still have a token, which is bad for us, but let's see what happens. So now it's my roll. So I need to roll a 4 to 6 to do 1 damage. I need to roll a 7 to 10 to do 2, and I need to roll an 11 plus to do 3. This guy's got 4 health. So that's a 10. We'll take 2 damage. Perfect. So that's the first round of combat done. We go on to the second round, and the monster always goes first, and then we go. I could actually use my Dragonfly ability. I will. I'll just turn that into a +1, so that takes us to 11, which means we do 3 damage. Excellent. Okay, so he's rolled a 5, which is a 3 and a 2. And he's going to use this Gar token to re-roll his 2. He always re-rolls the lowest. And remember, he adds +2 to it. So he rolled 5, which is a total of 10. So that's going to be 3 damage. And he's going to reduce us by 1. Okay, I'm going to use another Gar token, because I don't want to take 3 damage at this point. Oh, hang on, has he rolled a 10? I'll use my scroll. What's more valuable to me now, the scroll or the Gar? I might keep the scroll, actually. Yep. So that is a 3, and if you remember, my Gar token offsets his Gar token, and so he's only got 2 damage coming in now. So I'm down to 3 health. And as long as I can roll a 4+ here, and that's a 4, which is good. So anytime you roll really low, or the enemy rolls really high, you get a She's Intervention, which is this big dice here. It's a really cool mechanic that just offsets your bad luck. If you have repeated bad luck, this will help you stay in the combat. So that's good. But we only need to do 1. This guy is defeated. So we now take the reward on his card. So first of all, we gain 1 reputation. Then we gain 4 gold. And we gain 2 silver cards. Pew, pew. Anytime we gain a silver card, they also gain a silver card into their cache. And then on the board, we also get 4 gold. So that was a lucrative hunt for us. Plus 1 of those specific gems. And that will go into my gem slot. And also a healing potion. That's cool. And I'll keep this guy as a trophy. Where the fuck are my healing potions going to be at? Not in there. Maybe in here? Ugh. Okay, I'm just going to say this is a healing potion. This die? No, so it resets at the start of each combat. So this resets at the start of a combat, goes back down to nothing. But if the monster rolls a 10 to 12 and then you roll a 2 to 5, what happens is you can spend this at any time. So you can actually, if you get 2, you can spend it to get a Gar token, which are the re-rolls. Or if you get 3, you can spend it to add +1 to your roll and do an additional damage. So it just offsets your bad rolls, and some characters actually interact with that dice in interesting ways. So yeah, it's just a nice little extra thing to help you stay involved. The reason I'm not going to worry about my healing potion is because I'm actually going to pop it right now, and that will allow me to heal for 2 health. So we go almost back up to full. Okay, lucrative first turn. So what we do now over here on this board is we're going to mark off where we fought that guy with one of our tokens so that we know he has been defeated, and that is the end of our turn. Now, do I want to go... I sort of want to go here. If I go there, I could mine that. I wouldn't mind engaging with him as well. G'day, Tom. Okay, so this is a good start. We're still probably able to take on another level 1 monster, and we've got some good cash right now. So good cash is very good. But I'm just trying to decide how I approach the next turn. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 1 space with my final remaining token, which is this one, which is a 1 or a mine. And I'm going to move across here to this elemental. So that bumps my chill track up. And we're going to do a resolve of the chill track. And I'll explain how that works. But first, let's interact with this elemental. So we can, at any time you're on a space with an elemental, interact with it, whether that's an ice elemental or one of the many other elementals we might find. And depending on how well you roll, you will do various things. So we're going to roll 2 dice and we're going to see what we roll. This 3 to 6 is probably the outcome I'd like most. I don't really want 7 to 10. And you can use Gar tokens on this roll if you want. So that's a 10. Okay. It is a reputation, which I like. It's 2 crystals, which I can't really use. So I could pop this, and that would give me +3 to my roll. And that would then get this ability triggered. So it's a waste of this. This is probably better off saving it to a combat. But it's also a waste of a Gar token if I don't. That's worth 2 gold to me. getting that slot unlocked. So that's a pretty useful thing. I was kind of hoping for the treasure in the Gar, really. Ooh. Yeah, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use that. So that's done. So we get the 11, which is, I gain a reputation. So we go to reputation 4. And then we also unlock this slot. So we'll just mark that like this to say that one's been unlocked. And that will allow us to put an ability there when we get to it. When I went over here, I should have also explored this. Okay. So now at the end of my turn, I'm going to resolve my chill. So the chill track is here, and at any time on your turn, you can choose to resolve it. What you do is you use this card, which is called the resolve card, and you suffer the effects and roll the damage that you have on here. So we're going to suffer 1 frostbite, so that goes there. And we're going to flip this to its skull side. It doesn't mean anything for the moment. But then we're also going to roll this giant white dice. This dice is far larger than it needs to be. Excellent. We get another frostbite and we get a shard. That doesn't do anything for us. But, so this is not a positive thing. This is not good generally. They're generally bad. But as soon as you resolve your chill, your token resets. And then at the end of your turn, this flips back over, and that's it. So basically this is representing you sort of fighting against the cold. And you can let it go up as high as you want, but the higher it is when you decide to resolve it, the greater your punishment. However, the greater your potential reward from these dice. These dice do actually have some positive things on them, but not a lot. So generally you probably just want to, yep, no, thank you, I'm fine. You can get these elemental things as a reward, elemental essences, but... So I'm going to try and keep that as low as possible so we don't suffer huge effects. If your thing is flipped to the skull side and you keep moving up this track and you reach the top, you die. Dying's not a bad thing in this game. Okay, so that's the end of our first turn. And we'll just mark off this elemental to say that we've had a chat with him. You can't chat with the elementals more than once. And then we will go back to here and we will do these things. So this moves across. So 3 things are going to trigger at this point. Well, 2 things, but there's a marker for them. The first is we're going to place out some ice storms. So this is a mechanic that is unique to this game mode. The ice storms will actually be triggered multiple times throughout the game. We're going to have multiple locations with ice storms. So we're going to flip this and it's going to tell us what location is going to get an ice storm. An earth elemental, a water elemental, or a wind. There isn't any, so we'll try again. Mountains. Yep, there is mountains. So we'll go here. There's an ice storm up there. And then we'll try another one. And there's an ice storm there. So the ice storms, when you walk on an ice storm, you suffer this punishment. And that is 1 frostbite and a chill. So you could basically think of these as now cold spaces, just like the white spaces, but they also have the added punishment of doing a damage. So every turn, yeah, that is absolutely the biggest barrier. On the 4th turn, we're going to have more ice storms, and then on the 6th and 8th turn, we're going to have more ice storms. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to deploy some little ice spiders. So again, this is unique to this ice claws scenario. So we're going to flip this over, and this tells us where these ice spiders will spawn. Their preference is on earth elementals, but as you can see, there is not any earth elementals, nor is there air elementals. So they'll then go to mountain spaces. If we have to decide, we flip a compass token, but we don't have to decide because there is only 2 mountain spaces right now. There's cool little models. So a little ice spider goes here, and a little ice spider goes here. So we can fight them just like monsters, and they have some pretty good rewards when we do so. it's a really good game, Tom. Like I've played. I think I'm at 20 games of this, and I've played most of the characters. I think I've played most of the scenarios in the core box, and it's just a really engaging experience. You just sort of you're moving your character along, you're building stuff up. It's really fun. The only downside to it really is the setup. Every scenario has different tiles that you need to use, a different setup of tiles. Now you play this multiplayer. I've played a couple of times with 3 and 2 players and it's been sick. It's really cool. You explore around the map together. You can do cooperative where you play against and you're trying to complete a task together, or you can do competitive. And what happens in competitive mode is use these cards to control the monsters that are attacking your opponents. And so you're like, yeah, I'm going to play that on you. It's awesome. But yeah, it is wild. Okay, so we've completed the first round and we've moved into the second round. So at the start of the second round, the bad guys get another silver card in their cache. We get all of our tokens back. Okay, so my objective in this turn is there is a wonderful little marketplace there that I would like to rescue, and I would also like to then trade with them. No, so they also reset at the start of this turn, so we get to use them every turn. So what monster do we have on top? Okay, it is another one that provides us gold and reputation, so I think that would be good, but we can actually look at that. So we'll explore that, see who it is. It's a gecko. It's a bad one though, because it's a leveled up gecko. Let's do it. Let's fight this gecko. Oh, I think that's a grizzly. I don't want to fight a grizzly. Are we going to be able to do this? I've got 2 Gar tokens. And I've got my 2 little abilities. Yep, I think we're going to be okay. This is a crucial attack though, because if we get this through, then we will be able to trade straight away. And yeah, it is a dinosaur. Okay, I'm going to move onto that square using my little 1. So my little 1 movement allows me to move there. And we are going to fight a gecko, which is going to use my 3. If we have a look here, so we're moving down onto this space. We're going to reveal some more tiles. Let's go to this view. So there's an earth elemental. That helps us as well as hinders us. There's a little big earth boy. And a level 2. Ooh, that's an alchemist's lab, and that's got only a level 1 monster. That's exciting. Okay, earth elementals. What a legend. Let's slide this up. So we can zoom in, yes. All right, so the earth elemental has a passive benefit to any tiles nearby. And that passive benefit is +2 to every roll you make. Exactly, it's great. However, it also affects the monster that we're fighting. Okay, so the gecko, he's gonna grab another silver card. When you get 4 silvers, you turn it into a gold. And he's also got 2 chaos tokens. So this will depend very heavily on what this card is. But he's got no Gars, that's good for us. Okay, I don't have any abilities that I can use right now, so we will just move into the first solo. It's a 7, which is actually a 9 because of the guy behind us. So he'll try and use this. It's a power strike. Okay, so he's just done 5 damage and killed us in 1 strike. That doesn't seem very good for us. We can use this, but we have to use a Gar token here. We have to use a Gar. Yep, so we will leave this 1 as it is. And then we'll roll this one. 1. Okay, 5. But remember, this basically is counteracting the Earth Elemental's bonus. So his roll is 6, which is 2 damage and a thing, but it's actually 4 damage. So yeah, we'll use our boar to take it down to 3. 1, 2, 3. And that is that. Okay, so I still have a Gar token for my own use, but let's hope we don't need it. So he's done. So yeah, we need to roll, well, an 11 plus won't quite kill him, but it'll get very close. That's an 11 plus, that's 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, I wish I had there's an ability I'm about to get. Okay, huge roll now. We're saving our Gar token. We just need this guy to roll crap. Okay. So he's rolling a 9, but we'll use my Gar token, which means we're... Oh, hang on, have I only got 2 health left? Oh yeah, I can't possibly survive this, can I? Can I? Depends what I roll on this. No, I can't. Oh, that's awful. That's an awful thing to happen. Okay, well, when you die, which is what's just happened, you heal everything, and you gain a gold card, which is excellent, but the enemies also gain a gold card. And you are returned to the church, which is here. So no big deal. That's pretty unfortunate, but such is life. I'll just double check if there's any... I don't die an awful lot in this game. I thought we were a chance there, but it didn't pan out. Let me just double check that anything else happens. I think you lose a reputation as well. That'd be bad. Oh, I really wanted to kill that gecko. That would have been so good. Death. 21, 22. I'm like 99% sure. Death of the hero. Lose all move points. Resurrected at the church. Continue playing your turn. 25. Oh yeah, I get to take 3 Gar tokens as well. And I draw a gold. That's right, you only lose reputation if you die outside of combat. Perfect. So, yeah, so I get 3 Gar tokens. That's good. That's good. And we still have our 2 moves, so we'll use that. We can't do a combat, but let's move here. And we'll reveal this tile. So there's another ice elemental. We might go say hello to him. And, oh, okay, so we've found a quest tile. So there's little things that just like quests in games. So each of those will open up a couple of additional quest things that you can do. We've still got 1 movement, so. And I'll show off a quest. This is, there's actually 3 of them available. So here is the quest, this is what it looks like. And it basically is, you may give us one of these ores, or one of these, and as a reward, you get to choose from 2 of our special tiles and gain a reputation. Most of the quests are just bring stuff to them. Pretty cool. There is later quests though that are a little bit more elaborate and involved. And there's even more quests which will come up soon. Okay, I think I really need to go back down there. To be able to trade. Yep. So I'm going to use these portals. So I'm just going to move my second space to here, and then portals are a free move, so you can teleport for free. So I might just go to here. No, I'll go to here. And that doesn't do anything, so that's the end of my turn. I need to fight a monster and kill it so that I can unveil all my tiles. That's what needs to happen. Okay, turn 3. Nothing triggers on turn 3. So we reset all of our cards. We reset our abilities. And we've still got this, which isn't doing us any good at the moment, but we'll see if it does. We'll use our Explore This Monster ability and see what it is. A venomous spider. So which one do I want more? I think I want the 2 reputation more. So yeah, I'll ditch that one, and we're going to fight this guy, whomever it is, assuming we can. And we'll move, I think I might go for this one because it's 3 gold. So I'll use my 1 movement token to move to here. That'll reveal this tile. Oh, it's the Shadow Hunters. Okay. So in this scenario, there's also these cool guys. They're called Shadow Hunters. And they're looking for elite possessed monsters. And there are going to be possessed monsters appearing on the map. I love this game. I really love this game. It's actually very, very good. Okay, so they put out a bounty. And here's the bounties. We'll do it this way. So bounty number 1 is on a wyvern. That's excellent. And bounty number 2 is on a cobra. So bounty number 1 is on a wyvern, and the wyvern is this model. They have models for these. It's great. And it goes on a merchant's thing, and we use one of these tiles to determine what location it goes to. So it's going to go to the westernmost one of those, which is this one. So there's now a wyvern there, and the cobra, it goes on the westernmost one of those. So the cobra's there. So if we go to that location and we defeat that elite monster, which has a very big reward, by the way. Have I got a zoom set up? I don't think I've got a zoom set up on that, have I? I can set one up. Yeah, so the reward is 2 silver cards, 3 reputation, 2 gold, and an air essence, which is a huge reward. You can also then take those to these shadow hunters, and they'll give you a reward as well, which is sick because they want you to help them with the possessed monsters. So that's fun. However, the possessed monsters are, unsurprisingly, more challenging. All right, but now we've moved on to a space that we're going to fight, which is this one here. And it's a bat. Oh, it's a leveled up bat too. Okay, so he gets 1 silver, which he should have got 1 other silver at the start of his turn. And then he's only got 1 chaos token and 1 Gar token. There is no elementals affecting this fight. He's only got 3 health, but he's got this -3 to hit him. He's passively a hard guy to hit because he's flapping around in the air. Gar tokens usually get you over the line here. He rolls a 3, and he's not using his chaos abilities. Excellent. So he's going to use that to re-roll. He rolls a 6 because Deno things. So he's rolled a total of 11 because of this +2. So that's 3 damage to us, and he heals himself for 1. Now if I want to use a guard token, I will do, I think, because I rolled a 6, so I'll use one of mine. So we're +2, -2. Oh, Deno, you are such a cool guy. So we've turned it into a 4. That is 1 damage to us. I'll make that no damage. But he is going to hit us back with a penalty, which is my attack is -1 damage. Awful. So -3 off my roll. With my whip, I roll 7, which is a 4. That's 1 damage, which goes down to 0. So this is going to be a long fight if we keep popping each other in the chops. There's no way for me to kill him in 1 hit. But if I do 1 damage, then I could kill him in a next hit. So I'll re-roll my 3 into a 6. So that's a 12, -3 is 9, so that's 2 damage, so he's down to 1. Okay. Good? Good. Oh, look at this. Okay, so he's rolled a 5, a 6, which is great. But then he's going to use his gold card. Oh, man. He's doing 4 damage. You idiot. All right, 4 damage. Okay, so this roll is actually really important now. But I have my little dragonfly up my sleeve. And I got guard token, so we should be okay. 6 and 4 is 10, -3 and -2 is 5. We do 1 damage, we kill the bat. Excellent. That's excellent. So we get 2 reputation reward. We get a citrine, which is one of these little pink gems, I think. And we also get a silver card, which of course he gets as well. And then from the actual tile itself, we get another silver card. We get 2 gold. And the silver cards for us are basically just turned into cash. In the multiplayer game, they do stuff. And another gem, one of these little red gems, they're pretty good actually. So get rid of that. Oh no, we can keep it in there. Excellent. All right. That was good. That was a better turn. So we are on a marketplace, a trader. I can't remember what they're called. So we're going to mark that off that we've liberated that tile. And now we can initiate a trade action spending this. And so we will. This is great. We've been waiting for this for ages. So first of all, when you trade at one of these places, you can spend $1 to heal for this amount. So for us, that's 5. We're going to do that right now because I need to heal for 5. That takes us back up to almost full health. The next thing that we can do is we can unveil tiles. So unveiling tiles takes your current reputation and it allows you to look at all of your tiles and choose ones that you want to keep. We're going to do that. That costs us 1 gold as well. So this is our gold situation. So we get to unveil our 2 level 3s, our 2 level 4s, our 2 level 6s, and we also get to unveil our level 2 beasts. So we can choose one of these 2 beasts. We have a shadow beast, or we have a venomous spider. The venomous spider's ability is pretty good actually. That gains you a soul power. I used the shadow beast in my last one. We'll come back to that. Let's look at our tiles. Okay, so the first tile that we have to choose between is take a free gem or take this ability, which will cost you $2 to train, which is gain one of those. I will take that one and I'll immediately put it into this spot, which if you recall, we unlocked. So that one is done. So from the 2 level 4s, we can add a longbow, ooh, or we can have a wooden trap. So the wooden trap does pretty good stuff. It prevents the enemy from doing as much damage. You can either reduce their roll by 4, or you can do 1 damage and reduce their roll by 2 if you roll a 9+. It's pretty cool. The longbow is a better amount of, it's not actually that much better, but it does reduce their effectiveness. I think I like the trap better. I'll keep the trap. So the longbow's gone. And then we have a lizard whip or beast hunter. Oh man, those are both awesome. They are both sensational. So this lizard whip does just straight up more damage. Does 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3. The beast hunter provides us a heal or a movement. I like both of these. Let's go with, do I want to buy that troll club? That could be fun. No, maybe not. I think I'll go for the Lizard Whip. That's going to cost me 4 gold, but I can sell my current whip for 1 gold. Now, the wooden trap can only go in one spot. It's here. So I have to basically choose between wild or fearsome. Fearsome would be good. Or I could alternatively pay 4 gold to unlock this slot. But that seems like a waste. Let's sell some gems. So gems we sell for 2 gold, 1 gold. Trade action, 15. Gems not placed on equipment and essences not placed on abilities can be sold for 2 gold each. And the crystals... Okay, let's buy something first. I'm going to buy this set of armor on my hands. Is that right? Yep. So I don't have a black gem. So it's going to increase my health by 1. That costs 4 gold plus 1 to unlock it. That's literally the only thing I can buy unless I sell some gems. That's okay. I'll do that because it's going to increase my health by 1. So that cost me 5 gold, 4 for the item, and then 1 to unlock that armor slot. So this is another piece of equipment from the expansion. To actually gain the full benefit of it, you have to put a shard on it, which we've got. So that increases our base max health by 1 and also your thingy health. Okay, so that's positive. I reckon we go hunt that cobra. I reckon we go try for a cobra. So can I afford another piece of armor? Oh, there's some boots. Oh, I can activate those boots too. They're $5. I can afford them. Let's do it. I'll sell these 2 gems. Don't need that one. That one's really good, but no, I'll sell these 2 gems for $4. And then I'm going to buy these boots for $5 plus the 1 there. And then I'll unlock its abilities with these 2. That's nice. And that gets me another 1 health. All right, I feel like now we're cooking with some gas. So let's figure out what we're going to do with this guy. The Venomous Spider or the Shadow Beast. So the Shadow Beast ability, in case you can't read it, is flip any die to the opposite side. That is a wildly good ability. Wildly good. But what I like even more is this ability, which is 2 teleport, and if teleporting into combat, flick them with a damage. That's nice. And then we've got our wooden trap. Yeah, all right, I'm going to take the Shadow Beast. Oh, he cost $4 to put him on. Oh, Deno, what are you doing? What are you doing? I can afford the other one. He's only 3. That's silly. That's silly. I could, I suppose, not fully engage that. Yeah. Sell that, and that lets us put the Shadow Beast in. Yeah, all right. That's not the best of plays, because it reduces our health, but yeah, that's fine. And just so you know, the venomous spider that we fought before, we've turned him into our friend. What a legend. Okay, so that's the end of our unveil of our level up, and that's the end of turn 3. So So we'll move this along. We're going to have some more ice storms appearing on the map. The first one that's going to appear is in the mountains. So there is now mountains up the top there. Is there any other mountains? Yep, down here. Perfect. So the ice storm is all done. And we're now going to spawn the abominations. So we need to kill 2 of these guys. Here are the abominations. And they spawn in hexes with water elementals. There's none. Alchemists locations. So let's use our tiles here. Is there 2 of those? There's actually 1 here. Yep, so he'll just spawn there. And the next one is here, so we'll use this. It's going to spawn on the southernmost one. He can't go there, that's not occupied. He can't go there. Okay, so he's not going to go to that, so he's going to go on the water. So he'll go there. So the 2 ice elemental or abominations are down the bottom. And that's who we need to kill. Cool. I like it a lot. They're quite tough though. All right, that's the end of the thingy phase. So let's go back to here. So they gain another silver card, which gives them a gold. All of the spawning is done now. We just have more ice storms. Gloves. No, it doesn't help us. Okay, so this is currently not active. We don't have that. We do have 1 gold. I sort of want that helmet now, but we need those gems. Okay, I'm going to go fight this cobra, I think is our plan. Let's use our shadow beast to teleport us to that cobra. Is that the right approach, Deno? Yes, absolutely it is. So we'll tack this ability. This is called Wild, and that just gains us a power. So that's sort of what this is for. And we'll spend the power that we just generated to use our shadow beast to teleport us 2 squares. And if we teleport into combat, we deal 1 damage to that target. This is awesome. So we need to find the cobra. There he is. Yes. So there's the cobra. So we've just teleported in. He's only got 4 health, but now he's only down to 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. However, he's got 2 silver cards. Oh, man. 3 chaos tokens. What is that? And a gar. Alright, so my shadow beast is gone. I do still have my boar and my dragonfly. Let's go, friends. We're going to need the help. Cool. I will just quickly place this tile out, which goes here. Oh, there's another ice elemental we can be friends with. Oh, yes, some ice clan. I want to go trade with the ice clan. So we haven't walked on to that yet. Okay. So let's flip their card. Okay, they've rolled a 10. That gives us a +1 on the thing. They've used 1 of their chaos tokens to gain a power strike. Terrible. Terrible for us. So he's going to do 5 damage and he's going to reduce our attack by 1. You can absolutely get wrecked there, mate. I'm not allowing that. I'm not having it. I'm not having a bar of it. So I'm going to take your 6 and re-roll it with a gar. Could you do any better, Deno? You couldn't if you tried, mate. So that's 5, which goes down to 3, which is 1 damage, goes to 2, 3, but the boar will take it down to 2. 1, 2. Okay. Come on, Deno. Fire up, mate. Oh, I forgot I've got to use my wooden trap. I'm just going to roll my wooden trap real quick. So So this happens before his combat. Yeah, my rolls are going well. That's a 7. So we do -4 to his roll. Ooh, okay. So he's just done no damage. Boop, boop. He's done no damage because he missed completely. So when you miss, the power strike doesn't apply. Yes. He's done no damage. Wooden trap comes up trumps. So now I'm going to fight him with my lizard whip, my new lizard whip. We're -2 on this roll because of his innate damage. If I can roll an 11 or an 8 plus, we kill him in one blow. That's a 1 and a 4, so that's a total of 3, which is no damage. So I will use my, oh, and I get a She's intervention because I've rolled 5. So I'll use my Gar token, and then I'm going to gain 1 back from my She's intervention dice. I'll turn this into a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the Dragonfly gives me +1 to turn it to 8, which does the remaining 3 damage to kill the Cobra. Yes! Alright, so we have that little Cobra as a trophy, which is excellent. So the first thing that happens when we kill him is we gain this Cobra reward. 3 silver. So for us, not so great. 1, 2, 3. But also for him, he gets 1, 2, 3, which will just give him 1 and a gold card. And then we also get 3 reputation. 1, 2, 3. And we get 2 gold. 1, 2 gold. And we get an air essence. And the air essence is very, very good for us because we can use it to unlock this. So that now means that we can put this fearsome ability back in there. We do have to train again to be able to do that, but that's cool. Okay, and that is it. Oh, I might just use the Cobra model. So now, for us to claim another reward from these guys, we just have to drop that Cobra off right here. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that by using my boots that I picked up. Boot, 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 boot. Did you join? Did you get Rome Fate of an Empire as well in party? How good. So that location is gone. So we go here, we're going to reveal this. It's another Earth Elemental. And this, okay, another Merchants. Earth Elemental. I reckon we're going to go there for the next one, next turn. So there's a treasure here. Kind of want to rescue those Fire Clan as well because I get a Gar token from them. And I get the crystals, which would be nice. Okay, I'm going to spend my 2 movements to go 1, which increases my chill and reveals this next tile. Water! Oh. So water elementals that you heal. So if we had damage right now, we could heal, but we do not. The Cobra's gone. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to interact with that elemental. I get another frost. Oh, good. It's a banger. Okay, so this one, yeah, this will be fine. So let's roll here. I've used all my things. Double 6. I get a reputation. I didn't want double 6, man. Just roll low, Deno. Why can't you ever roll low, you fucking idiot? I wanted the crystal. It's good stuff from me. Okay, now I'm going to roll on my chill. That flips down. We roll the white dice. Ah, yes, I got the crystal. That's perfect. That's a good outcome. But I do take a frost. So that goes up by 1, that goes up by 1, but then the frost comes down by 1, and then I also gain another one there. So I'm frost 7. Okay, that's good. Good turn. So that's the end of turn 4. Okay, so... Oh, and I also get a treasure when I walked onto that little tile, which I'll take now as well. Ooh! No, I've gone to the wrong one. It's this one. Okay, a ring. Sweet, I can sell that for 2. Yes, I'm actually in Joe's Discord, and he is working on some really interesting games. There's Boomtown Builder, which looks good, but yeah, he's doing a couple that are really intriguing. Yeah, love Joe Clipfell, love Gabe. Let's get around it. Alright, so again, I've still got this, so I get to carry that over to the next turn. So you actually can, have a pretty potent turn depending on how you keep those, and that means we could do a mining action. But let's think here. So right now, I'm not really in a position to attack a level 2. Am I in a position to take out this wyvern? That could be an interesting choice. Oof. Okay, so if I was to teleport to here, I can smack this wyvern and he's going to get me a fair bit of cash. I didn't take my reward for those guys, did I? I'll just mark that. Or did I actually not go there? No, I'm pretty sure I did. So that's another treasure. That's a 2 teleport scroll. Alright, that's pretty good. Actually helps a lot. Yeah, so remembering that our elementals, the guys we're trying to kill are down here. So I reckon I'm going to try and whip myself over there. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to use my scroll of teleportation to go to here. And then I'm going to use my shadow beast to teleport onto the wyvern. And let's see if we can take him out. Yeah, I think so. So we're moving to here. That bumps our chill track up because we're moving on to one of those spaces. Let's grab the wyvern's card. There he is. Nice. Oof. He's gaining a silver card. And, okay. He's gaining 2 chaos tokens, but fortunately no gars. Oh, we've only got 1 gar. Okay, we need to win this. Cashed him in. We need to win this. So I've got my wooden trap. So I'm going to use my wooden trap. We rolled an 11. So that does 1 damage, in addition to the 1 damage that I did from my teleport from my shadow beast. So that's pretty good. So he's down to 4 health. And he's also -2 off his first attack. Get wrecked, idiot. And he rolls a 4. That does jack shit. We'll use this guy to block the damage, so he does no damage, but he gets a silver card. And he's got no gar tokens. You idiot. You idiot. Alright, if I can roll 12 plus here, I kill him. This is probably worth spending a Gar on, actually, if I can roll a 12 plus. Let's see how we go. That's an 8. Oh, there's an Earth Elemental next to us. That is so good for me. So that's a 10. So that does 3 damage. Do I need to risk this roll on the Gar token? I think it's worth it, actually. I think it's worth using it. Yeah. I'm going to use my Gar token. So if I can just roll basically the same, or even a 3's enough, I think. That's a 6. That'll be fine. So 6 and 4 is 10 is 12, is 14 from the Earth Elemental. So we kill that guy. He does not do a single point of damage to us. And he's a trophy now for us as well. Yes. And I can teleport back to those idiots and drop him off. Oh, I love this game. I love this game so much. Okay. So my reward for defeating him is 2 silver cards, which unfortunately for him and us, he's now got 2 gold cards, and I'm just going to take 1 gold. He's also going to get us 3 reputation, 1, 2, 3. And he's going to get us 2 gold. And he's going to get us an air essence. Okay. Fantastic. So we can sell air essences, but yeah, that's fine. Yep, those are silvers. Okay, so that's all perfectly fine and dandy. I am now on a place of trade, which means I can use my trade action to trade with these guys, and I will. Oh, do I want to teleport over and drop off my thing? No, that's okay, actually. That's okay, because I'm going to be able to do some other stuff, I think. Sure. Oh, that was a good flip. That was a good card flip. So we're going to unveil for 1. And that's going to reveal all the way up to level 12. So we're getting our 4th beast. We're getting our level 8s, and we're getting our level 12s that we get to choose from. And we've got a little bit of money. We'll be able to sell this if we need to. Yeah, okay. So let's have a look at the 8s. The 8s are a spiked trap. That's just an essence, so we're not taking that. So yeah, we'll take a spiked trap, but we're only allowed 1 trap basically. So yeah, we're replacing our wooden trap with a spiked trap. It is just straight out better, so that's fine, I'm doing that. So that's 2 gold to put the trap in. I need to remember to save gold for these guys. Let's look at these guys. A gecko or a cobra? Use after the enemy roll to reduce their damage by 2 and reduce their attack roll by 2. Or heal 1 and get +2 to my next roll. Oh, that's good, man. They're both good. All right, let's look at this one. We've got Beastmaster and take back 1 of the discarded hero tiles. So what can we get? We can get that other one that I wanted. I think Beastmaster is better, actually. Yeah, I'm going to take Beastmaster, and I'm going to slot that in straight away. I'm going to take the gecko for $4. I've only got 3 there, but I'll sell this ring, and that is enough. And then the cobra goes away. Don't get that one. And I can put my fearsome back down here, and I'll sell this for 2. I don't have enough to buy stuff. Okay, I'm actually going to use both of these moves to drop this guy off, because he's going to get me 1 gold. Excellent. But I can also steal something from the display. Do I want to steal anything though? No. What I might do, you can always refresh this market at once per turn when you're trading. Don't need a sack. Some knee pads would be nice. Oh, chest plate, yes. It's interesting. So I've got 3 gold. If I want it. Wish I had something that's got me gold. That'd be nice. I don't have any more movement. I do have my movement left, actually. I have my little boots movement. Okay, I can actually go visit that Earth Elemental. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to visit an Earth Elemental, see if we can roll high. I have no Gar tokens, so that is the lowest result, which is take 1 of these 2. This could be enough, actually. Yes. So I'll take that one and I'll sell that for 3 gold and 1 reputation. Yeah, that was awesome. And yeah, I've done a bad job of explaining my turn, but what I have right now left from where I am, I'm on this spot. I've got 2 little 1 movements, and I've also got a boots that allow me to move. So I'm going to move 1, interact with him, 1 to here, teleport to there, drop off old mate, and then go to here. And I've now got 4 gold, which allows me to buy this chest plate and pop it on here. Oh, that's not the chest plate. This one. And that will only get me 1 additional health. I can still sell this for 2 gold. I'll do that, and then I'll just 2 gold. Okay, what I really need now is Gar tokens. So we need to go and trade with the Ice Clan. So we're going to go there and teleport. Okay, it's going well. This sack is offset by this +1 sack, so we're fine. I'm going to use my heal ability to move my Frostbite up to max. And that's Exploring a Monster is back online. And I can steal, can't I? Yeah, I can steal an item. There's nothing that I can steal there right now. Okay, so that's the end of my... Was that 4? Surely that was 5. I might have to go check that. If that's turn 4, I'm having a really good start. Surely it's 5. I'm going to look at my own replay. I think that's 4. Okay. So this moves across to here. Yeah, I mean, I think that's right. Okay, cool. I might have missed a turn. If I have, say la vie. So we're on to turn 5. So where I am right now, I'm in pretty good shape. I have the ability now to heal for 4. I have 2 on tap power that I can spend. I can also explore a monster. I'm actually going to explore a monster right now. And we'll see what's on top. And it is a gecko. I'm going to drop the gecko. I don't care about him. He's got nothing. Because I think we're now at a pretty powerful level. We're going to use this wild ability to teleport using our Shadow Beast. Straight up. Get in there. And we're going to teleport to this Ice Clan Hex. So the Ice Clan is something from this game mode, which is different, which is exciting. I do take a chill, going up to there. He gains one of these. And we're now going to fight a level 1 monster, which is this one that I just unveiled. Oh, it's a Shadow Beast. Our guy. We've got the jump on him though, because we've done a wound to him by teleporting in with our Shadow Beast. How cool is that? Shadow Beasts are awful. He gets a silver. He gets 3 chaos tokens. Ugh. And a gar. I'm going to use my spiked trap though. Let's see what we roll on the spiked trap. There is an earth elemental, so I get +2 to this roll. That's double 1s. She's intervention. Goes to a 4, which does do -4 on his first attack. Yeah, that's okay. -4 on his first attack is okay. Let's see what he flips. He flips an 8. Good. So that 6 is staying as a 6, and this 2 is getting re-rolled. Whew. Okay, so that's 9, 5. So he is basically at 9, 11, +2. He's at 13. So he's doing his maximum roll here, whatever happens. But he's going to do 2 of these. So Soul Control and Soul Control. So he spends 2 of those and he gets another gold card. And he's +5, so it doesn't matter. He's just doing 3 damage. I'm going to use my boar. And I'm going to use my dragonfly for his soul power to reduce that by 2. So I'm taking no damage. Let's go. But my roll is -3. But I'm +2 from the earth elemental. So swings and roundabouts. That's an 11. +2 from the earth elemental is 13. -3 is 10. That does 3 damage. Boop, boop, boop. Shadow Beast is defeated. So our reward is $4. Plus 2 silver cards, which is going to get him another gold card. And it's going to get me a gold. 1 reputation, taking me to 15. And that's an important break point for certain things, which I'll talk about in a second. And we also get the reward that's on the tile, which is another gold. A Gar token, very important. And that's it. So now I have the option to trade with the Ice Clan. So the Ice Clan have a special card, which looks like this. And you can basically cash in crystals to do stuff with them. It's quite cool. I'm going to gain 4 of those crystals just to start off with, because I'm a cool guy. Which is great. I like being a cool guy. And I'll take those 4 crystals, and I think I just want to buy Gar tokens. I don't need to heal. I don't need to do anything else. I would like to try and get a green gem and a pink gem. A green gem and a pink gem would be good. need to start moving down to the big boys. We're probably not quite there yet, but we're getting close. What level are those at? So my next beasts are at 18. Okay, so I think I just take 2 Gar tokens. That's an easy way to get that pink gem though. No, we'll take 2 Gar. 2 Gar. Gar. I reckon that's got to have been the other turn. So I'm going to turn 6. I reckon I've just missed a turn. So what that means is I have to put out some of these. These are more ice storms. So the first one goes there. There is one here. And that's it. So that'll be an ice storm. And then we flip another one. Elemental, so we'll choose the southernmost elemental. And in the case of a tie, we choose the westernmost. So this water elemental is now a frozen water elemental from the ice storm. Excellent. So the ice clan is actually now trading with us at this. They're giving us 5. So yeah, I'll actually buy 1 less Gar token and I'll buy the green crystal, which I can immediately put there. Perfect. Does that pink one get us? Yeah, -1. Cool, so I need one of those. Perfect. I still have 1 movement left. Oh, it's not actually that guy, it goes here. So do I want to go into that ice storm? And no, it isn't on that. They don't ever go on those. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to go here and take a bit of chill, I think, and then we'll roll our chill dice. Because I'm a chill guy. Yep, so I'll use my boots to move to here. That gains us a level 2 treasure. And that is a gold card potion. It's basically just 1 gold for us in the solo. I'm going to use something different. That sucks. They're shitty for the solo game. There we go, 3 teleport. That's better. And my chill goes up. I'm going to use my chill effect right now and see what we roll on our frostbite, because I've got passive healing that I haven't used yet. So we roll both of these and we take a frostbite. Yeah, see, this is nice. 1, 2, 3. And I gain 2 of these crystals. And I can trade with the ice people to get those other crystals. Yep, okay, cool. I think I know what my next turn is. So I'm going to end my turn there. Wrong button, Deno. So we're going to keep that. This, and this. These all come back. So this will be my last chance to get a level up from an enemy. So they gain a silver card. Okay, so what do we got on top? An earth essence, wow. 3 silvers. I think I prefer the 2 reputation, do I? Are we going to go for a level 2 monster? Are we crazy to do that? What have we got on top? I haven't shuffled these actually. Eight to 12 damage, 2 to 5 a swing. We're a chance. Yeah, I reckon we go for it. I reckon let's do it. So, next turn. This moves across to turn 7. We need to be able to take on a level 2 monster at some point, so... Okay, I'm going to use my boots to move onto this Ice Clan Hex. That came down, so we're back to here. And we healed back up to full thanks to our Beastmaster ability. So we're going to reveal tiles. So we've got another Ice Elemental there. I might say hello to him. We'll see. Dragon Slayer Towers, nice. And that's it. Alright, so this is a momentous occasion. If we can defeat this level 2 monster, which we have here, and we can actually scout it, it's a Cyclops. Yep, I'll take the second one. It's an assassin. Okay, he's only got 8 health. That's good for us. Let's see if we can take out an assassin. So he comes with 2 chaos tokens, no Gar. He's got 8 health. However, we are not going to teleport in because we're going to keep our Shadow Beast to use the flip thing, but we are going to use our spiked trap on him. Wrong button, this one. So spiked trap. Let's flip that. That's a 6 and a 1, which is an, there's no, yep, so that's just 1 damage and -2 off his first roll. Okay, that's good. That's good. Alright, do I have anything else I need to activate? No, I don't think so. So we've used that, we've still got all these, we're doing our combat first. I'm feeling nervous. Stupid assassin level 2 idiot. Oh my god, he rolls a 3! He spends one of his chaos tokens to use a gold card, which is regenerate, of course it is. Yeah, so he just heals for 3. Okay, so he's back up to 8. Okay, regenerate for the rest of the fight could be problematic. Yep. That's going to make it hard. That's okay. And he's doing 2 damage. So I'll just use my boar to take that down to 1. Okay. So I'll roll my dice for my attack. I roll a 5 and a 6, that's an 11. I'm going to use this little green gem to make that a 12, which will do 4 damage. Okay, he regenerates 1 at the start of his turn. Let's see what we get. Alright. He's got no more gold cards though, so that's positive. He rolls a 7, and he's going to use a silver. Cool, so he just does, if he rolls a 6 plus, he's going to suffer our wrath. But we'll use a guard token to turn his 5 into a 1. So that's 1, 4, minus 2 is 2. So he's going to do 2 damage. And our roll, that's an 8. So that's 3 damage. And he's going to heal. Okay. I think we're a chance. I got my Gecko's ability that I can use by using these 2. And then I've got my heal that I can use as well. Okay, this is going to go well. So he does regenerate, which is bad. But he's got no more chaos tokens. So it's just whatever he flips. He flips a 7. 7 for him is 4 damage. I'm going to use this, which is -3. Which takes him down to 4, which would be 2 damage, and then it's -2. I'm going to use this and this. And this. So that's no damage. And now we just need to use our guard token to roll an 8 plus. Come on, 10. We'll just roll an 8 anyway, naturally. and do 3 damage and kill him. Yes, we beat a level 2 Might. That's the best. 4 reputation. 1, 2, 3, 4. We gain a silver card, which also he gets a silver card. And then on the tile is 1 gold, a green gem, which is that one, but not the one we need, and a crystal. And we're now going to trade with the Ice Clan. Come on, we didn't even use this guy. So he lets us flip a dice to an opposite side. That's nice. Mess with the gecko, you get Recco. Okay, that was good. So now we can trade with the Ice Clan. And this is a level 2 Ice Clan. So first of all, we gain 5 of these little crystals because they like us so much. Second of all, and this is the exciting thing, when you trade with the Ice Clan, you can also buy any of these, as well as some healing, but you only buy them with crystals. However, I'm going to use, so I've got 5, 6, 7, I've got 8 crystals. So I'm going to spend 3 of those crystals to get the very specific coloured one that I need. Okay. And that will now increase my health by 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I also use this for healing, so I go up to max again, which is nice. So that's good. I can't unveil here, which is a shame. But I've still got 5 of these to spend. So I'll definitely buy 2 Gar tokens. 1, 2. That's good. And now I want to buy an item. Why is there no helmets? So you can cycle. I've got $6, $7, $8, $9. So do I want to buy... That breastplate is just outright crazy. I mean, that other breastplate might be better for me because it gets my set. I don't mind that. I don't mind that, maybe. It's interesting. Interesting choices. I really want to go to unveil something. So, do I want... There's no knee brace. There is knee braces there. Okay, so I can buy those. They need the pink gem. Am I better off not getting Gar tokens for 4? Yeah, alright. I'm going to spend $8 to buy these little knee pads, because I don't have knee pads. And I pay the $1 to do them. And then I'm going to spend the other 3 crystals to buy this orange one. Or maybe you can't buy that orange one. Yeah, I don't think you can buy that orange one. That's okay, it still gets me 2 extra health. 1, 2, 1, 2, even if I don't have that one. So I'll take the Gar tokens in that case. Still got $1 left. We'll use that to unveil in a second. All right, that was good. Man, we're quite powerful now. Where is a place that I can mine at that doesn't have an enemy on it? Is there one? I do not see one, much as I would like. Okay. Well, I think we'll call our turn there. So it's going to be the second to last turn now. So we're going to turn 8. And if I have missed a turn, maybe I have missed a turn, I don't know, but it's all good. We're going to do 2 final ice storms. So the first one's going to go on that one. They're already full up. Second one on an elemental. So it's going to go on the southernmost earth elemental, which will be that guy. And there's no wind elementals, so it'll also go on that guy. Okay, so there's ice storms on there. If we walk onto an ice storm, we suffer damage. That's the end of the ice storms. I'm actually going to move 1 space off to there using one of my movements because I would have one left over anyway. And that will reveal a tile also in the last turn. And that tile is, oh, it's the next quest guy. The dwarves. The dwarves want stuff for mining with because they're legends. All right, I need to kill one of those guys this turn. So we go for the Alchemist Tower ones, I think, so that we can trade for our last turn. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun. So we will use our teleport scroll to move to here, and that gains us a treasure, level 2 treasure, and that's a ring of +1. Oh, that's beautiful. And then we mark that with our little token. And then we're going to use our Shadow Beast's ability to teleport onto this ice abomination. Now these guys are ballers. This guy might kill us, but we're going to try and kill 2 of them. So that's what we've got to do anyway. Big rewards for killing them. Big rewards. We've got all of our abilities online for this turn. We've got 3 Gar tokens. I feel like we're about as prepared as we can be. Oh, I can put this gem here actually. I don't know what that symbol means. That might be a new symbol. Blessing. Increase the Die of Hope's value by... That's a great thing. Great, actually. Okay, this is a huge fight. So we're going to use the Shadow Beast's ability. We'll tap this wild to teleport into combat and deal 1 wound. So I don't know how many... Actually, we can flip this because these are all the same. So he's got 9 health. Oh, that's right. These guys are so punishing. Man. Okay. So they have this little mechanic, which is they gain extra stuff. So I'm going to give him 1 there, and then we'll give him 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to give him 1 there and 1 there. So he's got 2 golds and 3 silvers. He's got 2 chaos tokens, and he's got 1 Gar token. And every round of combat we suffer 2 frostbite. So that's pretty punishing. And if he rolls poorly, then he actually heals himself. So we don't want that to happen either. So we've done 1 damage because we teleported in with our Shadow Beast. We're going to use our Spiked Trap. There's no Earth Elementals nearby, so there's no effect on the roll. So, come on, Jedi. You can do it. That's a 7, so that's 1 damage. And his first roll is -2. Okay. Let's see how we go. It's a 4, but he uses a Gar token. That's good to get that out of the way. So his 2 becomes a 4, which becomes a 6. So that is a total of 8. So he's right smack bang in the middle, but he is going to use this. So he's on soul control. Yeah, so this is, gets another silver, like an absolute scumbag. Yeah, so this is 3. And I'll just take that down to 2. using my boar. 1, 2. Okay. No more heals. Oh, sorry, no more things. He's an 8 plus 2 as well. Actually, I forgot that, so he's up to there. Alright, so I'll use the gecko. I'll use the dragonfly. And the boar to use the gecko's ability. So it'll actually be no damage. But we've got no more animal friend help. He didn't roll high. Okay. I'll use my little gem to go She's intervention up to 1. Let's see what we roll. So he's got 8 health. That's a good start. We roll 6 plus a 2, which is an 8. He's got no penalty, so that's 3 damage. I really probably need to get to 12, so I'm going to use a Gar. Sure, 4 damage. Okay. 1 more hit and we kill this ice spider. Come on, Deno! You can do it! You can! Come on! Well, this is an ice abomination, actually. These are the guys we need to kill. Great. Alright, so his next card, just don't use your chaos token. Oh, the best! 6. 3 damage. We'll just take that in the face. We go down to 10. It's my turn. Roll it. Roll. You could not have asked for a better card to flip there. I roll a 10. I need a 12. Guess what? I'm going to use my ring. Zip. And I'm going to use this. Zip. And that gets us to 12. Which does 4 damage thanks to my lizard whip. Kills the ice abomination. So his reward is 3 reputation. 1, 2, 3. 3 gold. 1, 2, 3. A crystal. And we also get to roll, and a gold card, which is basically just $1, but it does give him another gold card. We get to roll this dice, which is a cool dice that also came in the expansion, which is just a random gemstone. Oh, yes, we get that one that we can use on our thing. Give us another reputation if you want, mate. Sweet. I'll flip that right now. Gain a reputation, we go to 23. Cool. All right. That was awesome. I could have also used the She's intervention to get my +1 as well. Oh man, that was a great turn. We're now on an alchemist's tower. We've killed one of these guys. And we're also going to, you don't gain the reward on the tile when you kill an ice abomination. But we are going to trade there. And we can unveil. I'll heal here, up to full. We can unveil our thing, so that costs us 1. So we're at 23, which means we get 15, and we get 21. And then we also get one of our new monsters. We get the level 18. What do we got? I haven't seen these. A basilisk, excellent. He gives me an extra sack, okay, or a grizzly. So the grizzly gives me extra damage. Oh, let's go grizzly. He costs a lot to use him though. Yeah, I'm going grizzly every day. So we have to give up one of these guys. I think I'll keep the boar because I've got extra ones of those. So we'll go the grizzly. He costs $4. There he is. Poor basilisk doesn't get a look in. I'm not using these again because I can't fight again. I'm actually just going to move down here and grab this treasure so that I can potentially sell it in the last turn. We're in this turn right now. Got a leaky net, nice. So yep, I'll sell that, that's 1 gold. I'll sell this, that's another 1 gold. And let's see what these are. So 15 is a Naga Whip or a Lizard Sling. So that's a first strike ability. Works quite well with my Spiked Trap. But the Naga Whip is even more damage. 3, 4, 5. Cost me 7. I'll be able to get there if I need to. What is this one? Feral. Alright, I'm taking Feral. And this Naga Whip's pretty cool, actually. I'd have to get rid of my Fearsome, but I don't really need the Fearsome. Alright. So if I sold this for $2, so I can put Feral on. And then if I sell this ring, I can get $2 more. Sell that would get me 2. So we're going to fall short. I think we'll go. Well, we don't have to fall short. We can get there because we got we've got other stuff we can sell. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to get 2 gold. So probably sell this. Drops me sack down. Drops me health by 1. Yep, that's worth it. Naga Whip. So we haven't even come close on losing all of our health. Excellent. I think we're at our fully final form. It's very cool. We're going to go and fight a guy in our last turn. Get around it. We're going to try and kill this Ice Abomination, and then we're going to get do a mine there as our last action of the game. So this is it. You are supposed to score points and stuff in this, but I don't get around that. Yeah, cool. So we're here. So we've marked that one off. And you score points by marking like the things that you marked on the board, and you get extra points for killing the mission targets and stuff. I sold both of these. Cool. I was hoping to maybe buy a helmet or something, but yeah, I think this Naga Whip's going to be better. So final turn, we'll move in using this action here from our boots. And we're going to fight that guy. It's another one of these. He's got 10 health. I'm not going to use my teleport this turn because I've got the Naga Whip. But I will use my Spiked Trap. So that's an 8. I can use this little green token to make that a 9, which doesn't help me. Oh, I get 1 more reputation from that. That's sick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm still here because I put that gem in. Nice. Yeah, okay, so that's just 1 damage and he's -2 off his first roll. We just need to get his silver cards, so he's just going to have 4 golds. And then he's going to have 2 chaos tokens, and he's going to have 1 Gar. I haven't used any of my abilities. I've got Feral, which is sick. This is awesome. I love this character. This character is ridiculously cool. Alright, so their first flip is a 4. Using a Gar token to reroll that into a 2. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we are -2 from my trap. So that's 6 to 9. That's 3 damage. I'll just take 3 damage. 1, 2. I'll use my ball. Perfect. I'm going to Naga Whip with the Naga Whip. Oh, I need to use my bear ability after. I can never remember what that symbol is. After the attack roll. This can be used in step C of the hero phase. Yes, that's after you roll. Monster attack roll. Hero roll after hero attack roll. Perfect. So that will cost me 3. So if I use the Shadow Beast now, I can flip a dice to any side. Perfect. So or to its opposite side. So that's 5 and 7. Now if I use a Gar, I can reroll this 2. And that goes into a 5, which is a total of 12 plus. So that's 5 damage plus I heal 1. So that's perfect. I can now spend 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to add 3 to that. So that's 8. And an extra 1 from the feral, so that's 9. So I just did that in one hit. The grizzly bear! So let's just count that up. So I rolled a 12 plus on my roll, which is 5 damage. I did 1 from the trap when it came in. Feral adds another 1, so 6. And then the grizzly, when you roll 10 or more and you spend 3 energy, gets an extra 3. Sit down, elemental abomination. We gain that reward, which is 3 reputation, 1, 2, 3, going to 27. 3 gold, 1, 2, 3. A crystal. And we get to roll this cool dice again. And we get one of those coloured ones, which are still good for $2 when you sell them. And that's it. So I think the mission requirement for Twisted Horrors was to defeat Ice Abomination minions. So if we look over here, I'll just keep it here. Defeat Ice Abomination minions. Game length 9 rounds. In your final scoring, you gain 2 additional reputation for each of your hero tokens placed next to the Ice Abomination minion cards. So they add to your overall score. So yeah, would have given us a pretty good score, but I am treating a victory as killing all the Ice Abominations, which there were 2 because of solo. So we have successfully won that scenario. This component of the game, this little ice mechanic, it's really fun. I like it a lot. It's not a game that needs more complexity. But if you're into it, I think it's nice. If you're into the complexity, if you're into the game, it's nice. And this is a really nice game for me. I like it. Every time I play it, I really enjoy it. I got 2 complaints. One is setup, which I've already talked about. Number 2 is the game always feels like it's just too short. You don't get to do your victory lap with your cool character doing their sick abilities. You just don't get to experience that enough. Like, I would have liked to have gone on for another 2 turns, picked up a few more pieces of this pink armor set, right? Grab this chest plate and this, and all of a sudden you're up at 25 health, and then you get to fight against the big level 3 monsters. And, you know, having this grizzly bear now and this, like, I just did 10 damage in 1 turn, right? That's how you start facing off against level 3s. The level 3s are, yeah, the Naga's 18 health, and she heals every turn when she attacks. So that's my only complaint about this game. I really like it. I think the solo version of the game using these cards is actually really clever. You could just roll, right? You could just ignore these dice rolls and just treat those as being used for the roll. But it's just clever, you know? So you just have a randomized spread based on, I guess, mathematics. And how likely you are to see a 12 or a 2, and there's an 11. I don't know how many cards are in the deck, but yeah, it's really good. We didn't get to do a lot of quests in this one. Come for these quests. There's lots of ways you can get reputation. The quests, if you just focus on them, they get your reputation. Not quite as quickly as going for monsters, but it's still fun. We didn't even get through all the tiles. I think there's a couple of fire. There's a wind elemental. There's a fire elemental. Oh, and there's more of those monster hunters, which would have brought out some more bounties on the level 2 monsters, which would have been good. We would have got them. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's a nightmare to pack up. So I got a new game, and I don't know. I got 3 new games actually. Deckers and White Castle turned up, and Civillusion acceptance letter also. So there's 3 new games I'll try. So we'll do a Civillusion playthrough soon. But I got this one. I've been thinking about this one for a long time. Undaunted 2200 Callisto. Yeah, Mossy's procured Deckers to wrap it up for my birthday present, which is in a couple of weeks. So you'll have to wait about 2 weeks for Deckers. What is it? It's almost exactly 2 weeks. It's less than 2 weeks. It's 10 days. But yeah, and White Castle up here. Pretty excited for that one. Looks like it'll be a real nice deno game. Nice little solo. I got the Matcha expansion, which people say makes the solo game better. So that's good. But yeah, Undaunted. It's been on my mind for a long time. I've played the original Undaunted. I played that with my mate Darren. I only played 1 mission, and I liked it a lot. So if you've never heard of Undaunted or the Undaunted sort of series, it's a war game simulation on a map, and you have little tokens that represent your little units moving around the map. But you also have deck building, and you have a deck of units that you draw from that you can then activate units on the board. But you also have to choose one of those cards to be your initiative value, and then you can use the other cards. Some of them will let you add cards to the deck, like recruit more guys. And all the while you're doing this deck building alongside this area control and trying to achieve the mission objectives. So I'm not a big war history buff guy. Like I love it, but at the same time I also don't love it because I don't like that we did that to each other. You know, I find that sad. But this is a futuristic space version, pretend one. Get around it. So there's a mining guild versus some big corporation, and you've got robots and vehicles with big drills. It's gonna be sick. So yeah, so I'm keen for that. There's a pretty gigantic solo book that I'm gonna have to make my way through. But I think it's going to be a really cool game. I've been looking at it for, I would say, almost 2 years now, and for whatever reason, I've just never got it into my collection. I think I was just waiting for one to pop up in the secondhand board games group that I'm in, and haven't seen one. So yeah, I bought it, got it done. So yeah, we've got Civillusion. So I'm going to probably schedule a Civillution play for Friday, using the new acceptance letter, and then yeah, we might try White Castle on the weekend. I've of course still got Lisboa and On Mars that I've committed to, but I think just about every other game on my list we've done now. I haven't done Doomcrawler, sorry, and that one I'm keen to do that one, so maybe we'll schedule Doomcrawler for the weekend, just to give me time to learn Undaunted. It comes with 10 missions, something like that. So it would be cool to play through the campaign. Quite short. Yeah, acceptance letter is going to be fun. I think it adds 3 little modules. I've watched Paul's video on it. You've got a little animals you can have join your team, and you've got starting tiles and some other stuff. So yeah, that's cool. I'm excited for that. Anyway, this was Euthia. Really cool game, cool character. There's 4 new characters in Cruel Frost, so that's 4 characters I've yet to play, and I'm going to grab them out because I haven't played them. So here's the first one. He's like a cleric guy. Arlen. Hassian, he's like a rogue guy. He's got a claw. That seems cool. Easy for him to do stuff. Zafiri. She's like a thunder lightning chick. Yeah, and then her. If I didn't have a game of Sweetlands booked tomorrow night. Yes, I have everything that has been released for this game. So I've got the Necromancer. Here's all of the characters. That is the collection of characters. They're all dual layer boards too. So there's 4 new characters, and then there was 2 that came out in the other one. Hoxia, the Necromancer. He's a legend. He's one of my favourites to play. His level ups, when you choose between the 2 tiles, he's generally got a piece of armour. He's got like this bone armour set. So you can build a bone armour set, but he also summons minions. He's a fucking legend. I love him. He's a good starting character if you buy it. He's very good, strong. He's not a good starting character. He's tough. If you were going to try and buy this, how would I recommend approaching this game? The core game has so much stuff in it that you do not need to go anywhere else other than the core game. Because you may find that you don't like the gameplay. I think you probably will, like you've just watched a couple of playthroughs or you've done your research, but the core game has 6 characters, it has 10 scenarios, and some of those scenarios are absolutely awesome. Specifically the dragon scenarios. Some of the dragon scenarios, you get to go 12 turns and at the end of it you fight a big dragon who's ravaging the city. It's awesome. I've got a playthrough on the channel of that actually, I think. I'm pretty sure I have. And yeah, it's got everything. You've got the 4 elementals. So the expansion stuff, there was 2 expansions that they did. The first one is called Fierce Powers and Cruel Something. And it's a giant box as well. But it only adds 1 character, which is Eltria. And it adds a whole pile of different modules and scenarios. I would not go that way. It's a good expansion if you're into it. You can just buy the Necromancer expansion by itself. I think that might have been a limited, I'm not sure. But yeah, I would just buy the core game. And then if I was going to recommend an expansion, it would actually be the second one, this one, because it adds 4 new characters, and a whole pile of new equipment and new game modes. So that would be how I would recommend it. And I do actually recommend this game. I think it's worth the time to set up, and it's a lot of time to set up, but it is worth it. I had a great time. That was super fun. So yeah. All right, I'm going to pack this up. I'm going to set up some Sweetlands, and yeah, and then I'll be back. I could do a 4-player stream tomorrow night. My mate's coming over for a stream, but just for a game, but we probably won't stream it. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday for maybe Thursday. Actually, I might do Thursday. We'll see what time. See how we're going. So yeah, but I'll be doing Civolution and Doomcrawler, and maybe some White Castle. So I hope you'll all join me then. I'll catch you then. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, In Parting. Thanks, Daniel Riker, Z-Wex, all your legends. Appreciate you all.